Hello guys, and welcome back to This Week in Trials, or episode 25 of TWIT, as we are calling it now. This week, we played with Mr. Truckerdale and Denny, and unfortunately we lost. We absolutely choked the game. We lost on our first card. It was like, I swear to God, it was like 4-1, and then we just somehow choked the game, and it started, oh my God, I almost forgot, speaking of that. There also was like the issue with Trials where like it wasn't even out for like an hour. It was like Trials was delayed for like an hour and like 20 minutes as well. So this week, the start of this week was a very, very funky, weird start that like a lot of people were not anticipating, and it was very confusing as well. So, and it was just really disappointing. It was like literally right on the release of MW2, and then Trials is just having issues, and then we boot up Trials and had a really good card up until that loss. Like we were on track for World's First, honestly, and then we just lost that. We like choked a game. We should have like 5-1'd or 5-0'd them, in my opinion, but we just like fucking shit them so bad. And that happens. But anyway, on to the weapons for the week. We'll talk about that. It is no surprise that the number one weapon for the week, actually, I actually am kind of surprised. It was Drang. Drang was the number one weapon. Number 2 was the Arbalest. Number 3 was Funnel Web. Number 5 was the Wastelander M5 shotgun, which is a really like surprising pick. Honestly, I'm very surprised a lot of people use that over like Chaperone. Number 5 was the Larry, the old boy Larry Driver. Number 6 was Forerunner. Number 7, Rat King. Number 7 was Rat King. Number 8 was Witherhorde. Number 9, Chaperone. And number 10, Forgiveness. Sorry, my brain. I'm like tired, and my brain was just fucked there. So in terms of the weapons, I'm really not surprised Drang, or in the current meta, I'm not surprised Drang and Arbalest were the top ones, as those are typically what you're going to see people use if they are using either one of those weapons. The thing with Drang as well is that it can also be paired with some other weapons like Chaperone and Wastelander, which I also did see some people doing. So, or Forerunner, so it can be paired with a lot of the weapons that we've seen in the top. It can be paired with Forerunner, which is number 6, Drang, or Wastelander, which is number 4, Chaperone, which is number 9, and Witherhorde, which is number 8. So all of those weapons can be used with Drang, so it's really no surprise that Drang was in number 1 spot for weapons, in my opinion. And then as well, for the weapon types, we had sidearms, shotguns. Sidearms number 1, shotguns number 2, SMGs number 3. Not surprised, very close quarters map. Fusions number 4, hand cannons number 5. That's kind of interesting. I'm honestly surprised so many people are still using hand cannons. Like I genuinely don't understand why at this point. But anyway, those, I don't want to go through all of the weapon types exactly. But yeah, sidearms are predominantly the most used kinetic weapon. Or not most used kinetic weapon, but most used primary weapon, rather. And now let's go to the loadouts tab, which basically shows you exotics and, you know, what classes people were playing. Hunters were the most played class, not surprised by that. Titans were 37%. It's crazy, even on a zone control week, Titans still, like Bubble Titan was only 13.8% of the 37% of Titans. Most people were playing Arc Titans, so I'm very surprised by that. I feel like typically on zone control weeks, there's a lot more bubs, or there would be in previous weeks, but with this current meta, maybe not as much, because it's just, that stuff's just crazy. Like the storm grenades and all that, just absolutely insane. Like you can just throw an 8 on the zone and it completely locks it down for like a short amount of time. So the number 1 exotic for the week as well was Dune Marchers. That's, man, a lot of Titans must have been running Dune Marchers, considering that like 37% of players were Titans or whatever, and 42 were Hunters. Hunters were at the number, or Stompies were at the number 2, Ophidians were at the number 3, Falcons number 4, Wormhusk number 5, Peregrine Greaves number 6, Syntheseps number 7, Heart of the Most Light number 8, Transversives number 9, Khepri Sting all the way down at number 10 with 3.1% usage, 7% of the Hunters. That's a pretty big percentage, actually. 7%, 23 on Stompies for Hunters in terms of usage. Falcons, I'm surprised Falcons is getting so much usage because, or maybe not, I feel like fucking Falcons it's just an easier exotic to make use out of. Whereas Khepri's is, I'm not gonna lie, like for players, and this is gonna sound really like stupid because it's like, you know, Khepri's is literally free as fuck, it's free wall hacks. But at the same time, there is a little bit of a skill gap to it. You have to be able to call out, you have to be able to have a team to call out to, and you also have to be able to hit your shots. skills as well with like Lorentz or with sidearm. And believe it or not, obviously for high-end top 1% players, that's not going to be an issue. But if you're a low-end player that's not top 1%, like you're top like 3 or 4, you know, you're like a 0.5, 0.6, 0.8, 1.0, like, or even a 1.3, like just, you know, typically, you know, more average or lower end skilled players, you're really not going to be able to make or take advantage of Khepris because you're able to see the people, but you don't call out, you don't know call outs, you don't have situational awareness, you don't have the aim to execute. Whereas Falcons, you don't really need to, there's not like all of that information warfare going on there. It's just like I go invis, I shoot at a guy, I get damage buff, it secures my TTK, and, you know, go next. Whereas like Khepris actually has a little bit more nuance to it and a little bit higher of a skill gap in terms of maximizing its effective usage. So, and then we got Omnioculus at Demon Exotic all the way at 1.74% of hunters. So, oh man, what a week it was. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I played really well this week personally. Like overall, I'm recording this after my Monday flawless pool session with Grenader Jake, and we lost 2 games today, one to a cheater and then to another team that was stacked. So, and I'm currently sitting at a 4.1. Mind you, I've been using goofy shit all week because I'm just beyond I'm beyond the morality at this point. I just do not give a fuck about the morality loadout. And you know, I feel like this week was pretty free, and I'm genuinely kind of surprised by that. I guess it might have mostly been because of the rep. I mean, today was hard. Monday was very difficult. We played, like, Jake and I were firing on all fucking cylinders today and, like, beat a bunch of really good teams that we probably would not be able to beat if we matched them a second time. So, very fortunate that we did not for some of them. But I feel like generally this week was pretty free, and I'm kind of surprised by that because it was the Adept bow that we had this week for the Adept weapon, and it was on Exodus Blue, and it was zone control, and Call of Duty came out. And I figured like a big portion of PvP players that, you know, play Trials would probably be playing COD. And maybe, I don't know, I think COD for a lot of people has been underwhelming. I'm personally enjoying COD. That's what I'm playing on my free time, is some Call of Duty. I'm personally enjoying it, but I feel like a lot of people have been underwhelmed by it or just are straight up not enjoying it. So, but I'm having a good time on it. Let me know in the comments below if you guys enjoyed this week and if you thought it was pretty free, or maybe if you didn't. Just let me know what your thoughts on this week are and how you guys enjoyed the weekend as a whole. If you got a good Adept bow, the role you were looking for. I know I didn't get the role that I was looking for. I'm looking for like a max accuracy, max like aim assist role. That's what I'm looking for personally. So like I think I want moving target, opening shot, and then like, or rangefinder instead of moving target, and then like max accuracy. I think that's the role I want on the bow, but I have not got it yet. I am going to be playing in the morning with Denny and Jake before Trials goes away, so maybe I can get one then, but I highly doubt it. So anyway, if you all enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel out, helps boost the engagements and all that fun stuff, fun YouTube stuff. And if you want to keep up to date with when I am going live and when I'm going live on Twitch and when I'm posting YouTube videos on YouTube and just generally things about me, please make sure to go follow me on Twitter to keep up to date with those things. My Twitter is just at Diffizzle. And if you want to enjoy more content, please make sure to go follow me on my Twitch at Diffizzle. And with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.